Hi! This video is gonna be fucking garbage, and I'm sorry that you have to subject yourselves to such horrific audio. Uh, there's an explanation for that, and it's perfectly, justified? So, what happened was, I had a recording set up with a couple of buddies because we were going to watch a video that I found that I thought was hilarious. But then my computer decided that 9/11 was kind of cool and collapsed in on itself. So I just had no computer, except for some old piece of shit laptop that I hadn't touched in like a year, and it's like 5, 6 years old at this point. So I did that, and it wasn't able to run all the programs that I needed. So what you're about to see is some shoddy, out of sync, horribly audio thinged piece of shit video. However, there were some things in there that I do think that it's worth uploading, and I also think that this should be a good reminder to everyone out there, especially myself. Back up all of your shit, plan your shit, and treat your computer right. Because even though I did, mine just exploded. It committed seppuku. You, you'll you'll see why I believe that computer had sentience, because what you're about to witness is actually fucking atrocious, and not even on my end. What we're responding to is somehow worse. Now, I will do everything I can to be able to, fix what broken footage there is, but I'm not going to fix everything because that would make it the most edited video on my channel, and I'm not making that the new standard. I simply do not have time for that to be the standard on my channel. So anyway, I hope you enjoy what little I could salvage out of this. And if you don't, then fuck you. I hope your Christmas sucks. This video is probably coming out after Christmas, but, I hope the one coming up sucks. But yeah, joking aside, I genuinely hope that you enjoy the video. And I don't actually hope your Christmas sucks. I just hope you enjoy the video.
Hello, everybody. I am Bert's Trisket, and welcome to
Okay.
me and my friends. Hi, East. Would you like to introduce yourself?
You just cut out, so that's the last thing.
Nice.
This is a great start.
This is a rollicking
Lovely.
good start. Bert's buddy.
What?
You keep cutting out.
Shit.
I can see his voice.
Yeah,
thing is like
he's talking,
not
but
saying
he's saying words, but there's no words.
the like. I feel like I'm getting secondhand embarrassment.
Secondhand? Secondhand? How do you think I feel? Or felt? I still feel it. Nothing but pain.
Like this is.
Oh, is that better or worse than the first hand that I'm feeling?
Can you hear me now or no?
By the way, is Wolf just? I guess is he just gonna be the fourth member? Because if he's not, like.
I guess.
Yes, it's this McTall, Mr. McTall.
Yes.
Are you our fourth? Or something?
I just wanted to figure out what you guys were doing, so...
I mean, I told
this
you that from the beginning.
Yeah,
God damn it, no, Biscuit never told me this.
we're
Yeah,
recording
I-
our reactions to a video.
Alright.
In theory.
We might have to do it again. He'll like cut
No,
this shit out, and then we'll do
No,
proper intro. But either way,
It's fine, I'll go.
No, I mean, you can stay if you want.
Oh, boss. That was sad sounding. It's fine. I'll go.
Please,
it kind of sounded like his. Oh,
Oh, he's gone.
I was gonna say he
fuck.
kind of sounded like his avatar.
Oh.
So
He might go kill himself now. Like,
Oh, shit, you guys are assholes.
Trisket, what is the fucking matter with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with your internet?
Everything. I'm working with a fucking 5-year-old computer that I haven't touched in 3 years. On Spectrum Internet.
The hell is Spectrum?
It's fucking retarded is what it is.
Get Verizon.
We had Verizon. This was an improvement.
I doubt it.
No, it was at the time. It really was.
Fucking NCTC is better than that shit. So, good to go? Do we have a heading?
If you can fucking hear me, sure, yeah.
Well,
No, you're putting out.
I'll tell you this, Trisket. I can definitely can hear you. That's what you sound like. Go to you need to do this at the library.
Not with the things that are said. I cannot.
You're not the one who's gonna be spouting racist rhetoric out the top of your head like a fucking whatever you call it.
Okay.
Of the three of us, Trisket is the last person that I would expect to sit in a public venue and scream at the top of his lungs, "Yo, any 350ers in the building?"
350ers.
That's a history joke.
I know. Am I still roboting for you guys, or?
Oh, no, you sound okay right now.
Oh, do
Yeah,
I?
you sound fine for the most.
Oh.
Well, kind of. I mean, it's still a bit staticky, but it's mostly okay.
Well, that might just be like this ancient ass computer.
Like, actually, do I sound okay? Because
Yeah,
I know
you-
he sounds fine, but I don't know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
you
sound great.
sound great. You sound immaculate. You sound perfect and wonderful and beautiful.
Okay, so deleting half of McAfee
you
seems to have saved this project.
It did not.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Am I still good?
Yes. Sound good.
Oh my god. Shit. That fucking worked. I hope. I mean, just still a little laggy on my end, but like this shit seems to have worked. There weren't any problems with me speaking there, were there?
No.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay. To copy the link for the video that I in question. But by the way, TRG, the greatest revolutionary gynecologist ever. Shut the fuck up, from. Shut the
You can
fuck
just
up.
call me True. It's not. You can just call me True. It's not a big deal.
I'm gonna call you gynecologist.
Okay.
Anyway.
Hey, we gotta get him close to one somehow.
So, how would you like to introduce yourself to El Worldo?
Oh wait, is this happening now?
Are we doing it?
I mean, if you guys can hear me, yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you're fine. But wait, so how are we gonna? I might have checked out in the conversation. I don't know if you talked about how are we gonna record our the voice things in Discord and match it to, or is it just gonna be like podcast format where it'll just be, I don't know, like our avatars sitting somewhere and like how's this gonna go?
We'll have the little avatars sitting. I have some ideas as to how I can make it work.
You really
and-
think he planned that far ahead?
No, I did. It's just the issue is my fucking computer exploded. Shut the fuck up.
I love you guys.
I don't think you do. Anyway, I'm gonna put the link to the video that we're going to be watching today in the chat because This is a very special video. Very special video.
How do you have sex with a woman with no legs? That's what I want to know.
Okay, well,
What?
yeah, we're watching this video. I know we're a little late to the party, dear audience, but I assure you, it's very much worth it.
Are you farther away from your mic? Because it sounds more echoey now.
I did lean back into my chair. I can lean forward again.
Don't lean back.
Yeah.
I learned that a lesson a long time ago.
Shut the fuck up. Come on. I need to fucking hear him.
So, yeah, do I sound better?
Yeah, that sounds way better. Yeah,
Okay,
right.
cool. But glad to know that that I'm going to be getting back pain sitting in a chair.
Well, then just get a cushion or a pillow to, like, I don't know.
I'm
I'm in the
good.
fetal
We should-
position on my bed like a freaking cat while I'm doing this.
No, like, see, the thing is, I should be good because a lot of my Witcher recordings, should they survive my computer exploding, are like 5 hours long. If I could do that, I could do this. Anyway.
Okay, so how is the like video controlled by one person, or because again I have no
Nope.
clue how this works.
Each and every one, we can adjust our volumes individually, so that doesn't affect what other people are doing. But we can, each of us can play and pause. So if East pauses, then for you and me, it will also pause. So we all have pausing permissions on the same video.
Oh, okay, got it. I got it.
That is how EFAP does their things, and I totally did not steal this idea from them.
No, it's fine. Good idea.
So, yeah, so, what do you guys think about racism?
Pretty cool sometimes.
Stole my fucking joke.
I know. I knew. I was channeling you.
Got
I can
it.
fucking read
East, I'm
you
sorry,
like a
but
book.
I'm sorry, but you're kind of predictable.
It's funny because I don't read books.
Typical Southern white trash. You don't read.
I am Southern white trash.
Does being from the South automatically make you just Southern white trash? Like that's all it takes?
Yes.
Yeah. I moved here last year, and now I'm Southern white trash. That's how it works.
Okay. I guess. Yeah.
It's true. I read a lot more books when I lived in California, and I did math more often. And now I can't do either of those things. I have a lot more sex now, though. That's weird.
Well, that's just part of being white trash.
Yeah, when you're white trash, the bitches they just can't handle it.
Oh, okay. So,
Opinion on racism is that horrible thing, and we need, as a society, to come together and get rid of it.
Which is never gonna happen, but it's...
We need
yeah,
to
like-
all come together. We need to all come together of the real problem, which is the Jews.
So,
Just
joking
pull
aside-
an Aaron move. You can't be racist if there's no one to be racist towards. Just
It's
solve the
true.
problem.
so, their retardation aside,
Hey.
racism is kind of one of those things that's like, it's...
I was just reading my friend. I was channeling retardation.
Yes, that's what he did. In fact, say he was channeling me.
That is true.
Like
that is
I was
true.
not. Like that's not the real me. Inside, I am more.
See, there is an idea of a true, but it's no real.
So,
The Bale Isomatic universe.
oh my god.
Dude, I want to know where the machinist fits into that.
Somewhere.
I
Is
feel
he
like
a
that,
machinist?
I feel like that would be in Bruce's depressive. Let himself go.
Fair enough.
Because you know Bateman would never do that shit.
No, Bateman
He
would
cared
never.
too much. He's about his body. Respect.
It's true. It's true.
So are we here to talk about hot guys or racism?
Why not both? Is there a difference?
Oh, you see this hot guy on,
My
the
joke
screen? Oh god, oh I feel fucking dirty saying that. You know, I know what happens. I know what happens in this
I
video.
see no hot guy.
I
Hey, you see this hot guy on the screen with the pitchforks and the machete?
I don't know. Those horns are maybe doing something to me. I don't know.
Well, it's funny that you say that because horns are not his thing. You will understand what I mean in about
Stick
a minute.
my dick in the curve.
So let's just shut the fuck up. Let's just get into this because this is gonna take up
That's
all of my
rude.
fucking storage, and this is taking up for fucking up already.
Okay.
Real
Alright.
quick, you guys don't have ADD, do you?
I don't think so.
I have a dope dick.
Cool. The answer is yes for both.
Because I can't hear anything.
What?
Would it make a 10-minute
So True can't hear anything.
video?
I expected to come out of this horrifying lame creature.
I'm not rewinding. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Okay, so I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna hit play. Oh, make sure that your
'Cause it's
volume,
not-
check your volume, cause,
Oh, yeah, it is.
huh.
Yeah, it is. It's all the way up. It's full.
Oh, that's gonna be kinda loud then.
Is your browser volume up? Because I know that Discord sometimes will, like, lower the
hold
volume
on.
on apps.
Maybe that's what it is. Okay, try it.
Now, before grab your pitchforks and storm
that
into
was
the
problem. That was the problem. Yeah, we can start.
East
real.
does it again.
Congratulations,
You're
you
such a-
magical bitch.
East
You're
has
such
been
a
the
s-
cause of and solution to all of True's problems.
You get a gold medal.
Oh, god damn it.
Thank you.
Oh well.
What now?
No, it's just the video compressed. It's fine. Like, if people want to see this in HD, they could go watch it themselves. I'm not fixing this shit.
I had to fix this shit.
Okay.
Now, before you all storm into the comments section over the title of the video alone, let me just say that of course racism is bad. I wouldn't make a 10-minute video defending something so obviously terrible.
Then why did
Generations have been ruined because
Yeah, it's the title up here.
What?
That's not.
I don't. Already, we got like 14 seconds in, 10 seconds in, and he's saying something stupid. Why would you title it, "We need this thing," but also, don't worry, guys, I won't defend this thing?
Okay, so this is actually how I'm beginning my Sandman video. I start it off by saying, okay, now of course Netflix Sandman is actually good.
The entire, like the first 5 seconds, and then the rest of the video is just exposing all the reasons why it's trash.
The video is going to be called "In Defense of Netflix's Sandman."
Oh, that's the best. That's awesome.
So
Anyway,
now when I got to this point, because I got about 2 minutes in before I died of laughter twice. At this point, I thought, okay, maybe people were overreacting, because I remember seeing this guy's video all over fucking YouTube and the reactosphere or commentary sphere, whatever you want to call it. And I thought that he was going to say something reasonable in a stupid way, like, oh, racism comes from, tribalism, because, we learned tribalism to, trust our own people and not be trusting of others, and it helped humanity survive in the wilderness for thousands of years, so there is an evolutionary need to it. Look at it from a cold but practical sort of point of view, while also saying it doesn't really work in today's society after saying he was not going to defend it.
That's like the most basic it's like saying well, it's not fucking like anything. It's, well, the argument is basically the source that generates this particular social phenomena, because that's what racism it really is. It's like the source that generates this is integral to human interaction because people naturally form into groups. So therefore, that means it still doesn't make any sense. But I'm assuming that's not even what. Even dumber than that.
Somehow, it's even dumber than what you think he's gonna say.
Okay, because
he says some shit about China later, and I have things to say about that. It's real funny.
Because of racism, you're still getting destroyed by it. However, I don't think we should be putting racism as inherently evil, because, well, there's a reason why people are racist.
I don't want to look at those feet.
Well, too bad. You're gonna have to.
Okay.
People want to be bad. It's because their objective benefit. I don't think we should be discrediting these.
Well,
What the fuck just happened?
Alright, so let me clarify some things. Here's what he said.
There's a reason why people are racist, and that's not because people want to be bad. It's because there are objective benefits to being racist.
There are objective benefits to being racist.
I'm gonna bring it back here because what the fuck even just happened. By the way, a bit of advice. Clicking on the screen does not pause the video like it does on YouTube. You have to click on the pause play button in the corner. That was something I had to learn.
I'm gonna say...
Okay.
I'm gonna say real quick that I think he's got a point. I don't feel energized, good and proper, until I've had my morning coffee and told and gone into town, and you know, said something racist to somebody.
Is like the only way I can conceive of this argument making sense, and it still wouldn't, is what I was talking about before with the idea of group safety, just basic shit like that. But now he's like, what is the benefit?
What is the individual benefit to racism? Like like each and every person who is racist, what do you actually get out of that?
Or even like the societal benefit. Because like in a modern day society, like depending on, well, of course this depends on like the culture of said society, but in a modern day society you can have various races living in relative harmony. You know, like I mean, you can say what you want about America's racial harmony, but we've been doing good for a good 200 years or so.
But that's the thing though, because everything is so, whatchamacallit, like even though in the culture war bullshit, people are pretty divided in terms of race. I would say most average day, Americans, like they're not going to look too kindly on you just being a piece of shit to, another race, another ethnic group.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So I can't imagine the long-term benefits of like, hey, Blackie, get out of my restaurant. I can't imagine the long-term benefits to that would be very good.
Well, yeah.
Yours.
And even
First of all,
even
you're
less
limiting your customer base by doing that, and second, especially in today's society, you're going to get massive levels of backlash. You're going to get massive levels of backlash.
That killed George Floyd sure got a lot of backlash.
Oh.
I'm a trademark me. Blacklash TM.
I'm going to make that a superhero. his weapon of choice is a whip.
Faster than the speed of light.
But only when being chased by the authorities.
He just has a whip that can extend, so like he's like 40 feet away from the cops and they try to shoot him and he's just whipping the guns out of their hands like Indiana Jones.
I don't know, he spins it so fast it just deflects all the bullets.
His nemesis his nemesis is Ku Klux Dan and the phone bill.
Oh.
Okay. I feel like we need to get going because we're only like 22 seconds in and we've been shit posting for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh god.
Like benefits to being racist, and I don't think we should be discrediting these benefits with all this virtue signaling bullshit because we are seriously reaching a low point in history without racism. A lot of people.
Low point in history without racism. I forgot he said that. What the fuck?
Oh my god. I hate having to pause, but he says something stupid every 5 seconds.
Yeah! So, yes, things are worse than they were 10, 20 years ago, but we're still in a remarkable, unprecedented golden age. Like,
I mean, I would have said, well, worse in what context? Because I would say overall things have been steadily getting better. It's just in certain.
I would
Maybe-
say
maybe-
in like cohesion and unity for the nation,
Yeah,
America
but that's-
specifically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say maybe this is just an Americanized perspective, but it seems like the only thing that's gotten worse are certain, yeah, basically what you said, unity, certain social cohesion, and just maybe it's not even America, maybe it's just the Western world, but that's the only thing I can identify as this has gotten worse. And and we're going off into a tangent, but yeah, the idea that he would say makes no sense.
Well, that and authoritarian laws, because excluding the Patriot Act. Yeah, excluding the Patriot Act, there have not been this many authoritarian laws in America for a long time.
It's like a tangent, like
Yeah.
he's.
Yeah.
What?
For most of history. By forming exclusive groups, people are able to be amongst like-minded individuals, and the people infight significantly less.
Okay. I want to go back to, because I feel like this could be the point where one of us would pull up. I feel like this could be the point where one of us would pull up a study going over how different races of like children or babies interact and how well they get along, because that sounds like a ridiculously stupid thing to say, that's the natural attack others different from them.
Yeah. Anyone remember that like short little blog article or whatever it was where this kid white as this black kid, they got matching haircuts so that they could try and trick their teacher into confusing the two? I'm not even fucking kidding. Like that's a thing that happened. These kids are so ignorant to their own skin color and the skin color of the other that they thought matching haircuts would trick the teacher. Fucking adorable, and I love it. That's the society I want to see.
Also, I thought of something even more stupid. Even if hypothetically he was correct and said, "Oh yeah, this is the natural order of things for people to just attack and distrust people different from them," that's still not a good thing. Like that's not a benefit, unless the argument then becomes, "Oh well, embracing natural instincts, natural order of the world, like that's a virtue in and of itself." And I can think of tons of examples where that's not the case.
Well,
like that's not a benefit.
Like, I guarantee you, like, hippies say the same shit. This guy does not type that would agree with a hippie.
Does anyone agree with a hippie nowadays? I don't even.
I mean, depends on how you define hippie. It
Like,
depends on how you define hippie, but yeah.
Often come into conflict. I mean, think about it. If you're surrounded by people like you, that think like you, and most importantly look like you, then you feel like you belong. That's a good feeling.
Okay. Already, even it doesn't stop. Okay,
This is
so
I'm a red
demonstrably wrong.
panda. I don't feel represented by anything that I've seen.
I'm green.
Except for turning red, but I had absolutely zero desire to see that movie. That looked like ass.
I actually kind of enjoyed it, but I get that there's problems with it. But anyway, so the idea that you should just surround yourself with like-minded people. So maybe that's the no. It's a circular argument. Like it's the natural order of things for people to be racist. So therefore, to like the benefit of that is you get involved with like-minded people who you don't distrust and attack. Like, am I wrong? Isn't that just going around in a circle? Like, this needs to happen because this needs to happen? Am I wrong, or am I just... I don't know.
Maybe, but, like, what he said was people that look like you as well. And it's like, here's the thing.
Yep, he also said...
I live in Southern California. There's a lot of people that don't look like me. It's a very diverse place out here. And I've never felt out of place because everyone looked different to me. I felt out of place because I don't fucking talk to people.
And also the idea that you have to be, like, it's ideal for, you should just be involved with like-minded people so you don't come into conflict. Because that doesn't just mean physical conflict. It could just mean arguments about something. Like arguments about politics or culture or art or whatever. Just basic, like, shit that you might...
Yeah, which
like
you're
saying
going to have no matter how
not...
narrow your group gets.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily going to lead to, whatchamacallit, like adverse social effects. That's not necessarily going to be a bad thing. Like, you could disagree with a close friend pretty emphatically about something and still be good friends with them. Like, if you can't manage that, then I'm going to say in most cases, that's just a sign of immaturity.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're going to let one little thing... Obviously, there are exceptions where it crosses a line to like, okay, no, this person is actually just a bad person or a piece of shit, and I want to distance myself from them even though I like them. But just the idea that, oh, because we disagree about something, now suddenly we're in conflict, it's stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And just look at how much me and Paco have disagreed on things, right? I still keep him around because, he's still a good guy. He's funny, he's smart, and we have similar interests, and he does care about, the overall good. He just has a different perception of what good is than me.
Was that the guy? I'm trying to remember.
He was the one that I still can't tell if he was joking or not, but he basically said that it's okay to mischaracterize the argument if you're still right. But the thing is, if he was to see Vosh, I think he'd be like, this guy's kind of cringe.
All the bad takes are coming back.
Yeah, no, he's the guy with the bad takes, but I still keep him around because of all those positives that I mentioned. He's still a good friend. Why should I get rid of him just because I don't like some of the things he says?
Something else that I would like to say is that surrounding yourself with only like-minded people is actually an incredibly dangerous thing to do. By isolating yourself from foreign ideas, you are preventing yourself from thinking outside the box. Sometimes the introduction of different ideas can help you think more critically and more thoroughly about things.
Yeah, just exclusively surrounding yourself with like-minded people is, that's a necessity, and that somehow that makes racism okay. He's drawing so many different connections away from... Oh my god, Yeah, I lost my train of thought. The retardation is making it hard for me to almost connect what he's trying to say.
I was about to say, if anyone needs their reminder that racism is stupid, here it is. True just lost brain cells trying to figure it out.
What? Rewind that.
Please do. I'm still buffering.
Ethno-states are proven to last longer. Rewind that. Bring that back.
Segregation is an objective good in its utility because it leads to the formation of ethnostates, and ethnostates are historically proven to last longer than states that embrace polyethnicity. I mean, look at China. Of ethnostate.
Help! I'm still buffering. Help!
God damn it, Trisket.
I'm sorry.
Why does he keep cutting it? He's got to fix his mic if we ever do this again.
Yes.
Well,
Or actually, no, forget the
my
mic.
mic
He just
will be
needs to
fixed
fix
if, like,
everything again.
Biscuit, you need to get your life together before we do this again.
Bro, this would have been fine if my other
Choose
computer
words, not
didn't
mine.
fucking explode. I am sorry. I forgot that I shouldn't lean back on this one. Oh god.
Until
Can somebody pull up a reference chart
I mean,
for that?
look at
Yeah,
you.
it feels like another, like, the natural order of things is for children of different race to just be in conflict. That feels like a, are you sure about that?
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
And again-
did he
again,
say
are
what
there
he said
any-
about did he say what yet? Because
No, we've
No,
not
we
gotten to
just-
China yet.
okay.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, even if he's right that nations are proven to last longer through a combination of whatever factor, that's not a reason to form an ethno-state. Like,
just think about the fact that the Roman Empire was 100% Italians.
Yeah, and they
Is
lasted
that actually
1,000
true?
years.
No, it's not true.
Well, yeah, no, because the
Oh.
the Roman
I
Empire
don't
was
know.
composed of everyone in the Roman Empire. That would be the
Everyone in the
Gauls, that
Roman
would be the
Empire.
future French, the future Spanish, the future Portuguese, even a lot of Germans, and Saxons, and all these different groups were part of the Roman Empire because it was an empire, it was an expansive land.
but weren't there also
It didn't
a lot of
fall because it was
slaves, though?
diverse.
Were, yes. There
Okay,
were slaves.
Okay, well, yeah, then maybe, like, is that his... I don't think this has anything to do with what he says, but is that the case where, oh, no, you can let them in, but then you kind of have to enslave them?
Please tell me that this video ends with him saying, "And remember, the South will rise again."
I don't know. I only saw the first 2 minutes of the video. I probably should have seen more if it was going to buff this bad.
Did we get
But hey, I didn't know that my computer was gonna fucking die. You fucking asshole. You piece of shit. How dare you? Why? Why must you fall apart? Please.
I don't
please
know,
just work.
Dad.
Not you guys, my computer. It's sitting right there. I gotta go in, like, 4 hours? 3 hours.
I know.
3 hours. To get a
tech
repair.
abuse? By the way, have we got a reference yet, or is that just like, okay, I guess we'll have to trust this likely
So,
bullshit game?
Yeah, so all I can see for, like, all I've got, right, like, on a tertiary glance is that, like, oh, well, North Korea is an ethno-state, and it's...
Yeah, look how successful they are.
Fucking paradise on Earth.
Yeah, isn't it? Let's see. Well, here, like, historical ethno-states. Let's see. 1930s and 40s Germany.
Oh,
Very successful, yeah.
Yeah.
Soviet Russia until they became the Soviet Union.
The Soviet Union's been around for a long time, and it started out as an ethno-state, so I guess that counts. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, but, they kind of collapsed.
Shut up. Don't disprove my nonsense with your logic, okay? Palestine?
oh, yeah.
But, like, here's
that
the thing. Like, the definition of ethno-state doesn't, like, it can mean one of two things. Like, is it monoethnic by design or monoethnic by geography? Like, just no one else lives there, and no one else wants to go there. Or is it an ethno-state because, oh, we don't allow the other people? Because, like, Israel and
Well, I mean,
Palestine are ethno-states by geography. Like, that's just where those people live.
it seems like he's arguing by design, because why else would he title "Why We Need Racism" and then go on, like, make this argument about, oh, well, it's just better if we have like group division based on race. Like it's pretty clear he's talking about yeah, we should do this.
Okay, well, I don't know of anywhere.
They have over 5
Wait, who resumed?
races, while also cooperating.
What is happening
Yeah,
right
the
now?
the only ethno state that I'm aware of that's like mono-ethnic by design is like, you know, maybe Delaware.
5 because they are discriminatory and wary of other races, while also cooperating with their own. As such, the Chinese have been able to survive for China is an ethno-state, and referring to what I said earlier, an ethno-state with a racist population provides a sense of national pride and identity.
Okay, so
It's
what
not-
creates two things. What creates that
That's
national
not-
sense of Go on.
Okay, yeah. I think I lost my train of thought, but no, hold on. It's coming. No, just go ahead. I lost it.
Okay, so two things about that.
He's
What
coming.
creates that
He's
sense of
coming,
national
bro.
identity and, you know, unity, cohesion, and all that is the fact that their society has been around for a long time, yes, but also because the Chinese Communist Party is an authoritarian shithole that really limits what kind of information is allowed to get into the country. So, yeah, like, if you are told only a certain thing over and over, you will believe it. The other thing is China's not a member state.
Oh, well, I was going to say, isn't the United States like a counterpoint to the idea? Because he's making it sound like the only way to get national pride, or the ideal way to get national pride and a sense of cohesion, is to just have everyone be the same, which in a certain sense makes a bit of sense because, oh, if you're the same type of race, same type of people, there's generally going to be the same type of culture that's underpinning an entire country or nation. But America's like, it's the big melting pot. Like, you've got a whole bunch of different cultures and races that live here. It's not, how do I say it? It basically doesn't undercut the national pride that you might feel as an American, even though the people within it, like, we're not homogenous, I would say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly. And we are one of the most successful countries in human history. We're not the most successful right now, but we are one of the most in human history. That's insane. And we did that in the span of 200 years. But,
Did he cut out again?
The second thing I wanted to say about what he said about China is that China's not an
I think
ethno
you might.
state. Oh, did I beat boop?
You beep boop.
Yeah, you like cut out, so I don't even know if you said the first thing.
Okay, so I was saying that
Really bad.
in short, we managed to do in 200 years become one of the most successful countries in human history.
Yeah, because we had slaves.
Yeah, because we were racist. Yeah, that's why.
There you go.
But-
Oh, he was right. Okay, video over.
But
Back
the other
up.
thing is, China's not an ethno state.
That's a big thing in history.
Slavery? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Slavery
Yes.
was just in the good old U.S. of A.
That's exactly right. Just in the good old US of A, by courtesy of the Zulu Empire. Oh shit! Was I not supposed to say that?
Well, the Dahomey mostly, but yeah.
The homie and the Zulus were doing.
Well, actually, it really wasn't the Zulus that were selling slaves to us. It was mostly the Dahomey and neighboring
Actually, no,
kingdoms.
you're
like
right. Yeah,
Argyle.
no, the Zulus were just killing them.
Yeah,
So much better.
but the other thing that I wanted to say is that China is not an ethno state.
Yeah, you already said that.
Well, yeah,
You already
but like,
said that.
I know, but I can't tell what's getting through, so I'll just like finish the point by like giving examples. They have the Manchus. They have I don't know if they're called the Cantonese, but they speak Cantonese. You've got the Hans. You've got a lot of Koreans in the Manchuria area, and you have the Uyghurs, the Tibetans, the Mongolians. You have all these different races in China, and sure, they're kind of being genocided right now. China is becoming an ethno state, but China was not an ethno state.
When you work, create, and fight, you are doing so for the betterment of the people you care about, your own people, a distinct race.
Right. Because no one who ever had other races in their country cared about them.
Yeah, like you've never had a black friend. It's like, no, I have a black friend. You lie, fucking heathen.
Yeah, I don't have any black friends.
Black people literally dematerialize around you. That's how racist you are.
Maybe there's only 2 of them.
I guess he would phrase that as a good thing somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good that there's none of the charcoal skins around.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
The entire video so far is just working from this insane-ass premise of you just can't care about, like it's natural for you to be against people of different races, people unlike you. I don't understand it. I was definitely right about the circular argument thing. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, you need to do this thing. The benefit to this thing is that the natural state of order is this thing. It's so stupid.
It's very bad.
On a side note, this is why Kurdistan should not be a real country.
Wait a minute! Okay, so now we're encouraging just purging an entire nation off the map.
It doesn't deserve to be one. Kurds say they need independence, but the difference between the Kurds and the Turks is entirely cultural and not racially related at all.
Makes it okay? Like, that's the reason? Would it...
Kurdistan should not be a country
people, therefore they
because
should
it's
not
next
exist.
to Syria. I think
Like,
that
they're not racially pure enough. Kill them all.
I think this dude's about to say who he thinks actually owns Jerusalem. That's what I think's gonna happen.
Oh man.
If the Kurds were to just accept their racial disposition, then they would be a united state. Living within an ethno-state creates an us versus them mentality, and it's been proven time and time again that having a defined, tangible enemy that is perceived to be pure evil unifies a people.
Okay, that's just
Vile.
That's just vile. Holy shit.
How do you make this video and
I
think
know-
that you're in there?
I know literally 1984 is like a meme. That is literally the speech that fucking... Oh my god, I hate that I forget his name because I know the character. It's like, he's talking about the philosophy of how the inner party functions and why the war between Oceania and all the other nations needs to occur. It's because it keeps their own citizens hyper-focused on that enemy so that it's easier to make them slave. Like, that is what he's arguing for. Well, not directly, but that same kind of idea, like, a unified enemy is...
Because the whole, 1984 thing, that's just step 2 of what he just said. That's not step 5, that's step 2. Oh my god.
By comparison, blurring the lines of morality with all this not all black people talk just weakens everyone's resolve. Take Osama bin Laden in the War on Terror, for example. People rallied behind the tangible goal of killing Osama bin Laden, and everything was great.
Everything was great.
But once he was gone, suddenly the enemy was terrorism itself. Not any one group or person. It could have been anyone. What were we supposed to do then? It's not like we can go and just shoot terrorism dead. This is why we need people like Osama bin Laden, and groups like Muslims, and why we need to hate them.
So, did you... Jesus fucking Christ!
What is this? Now
Oh,
it's not even about race. It's about terror and how we need... That doesn't even make any sense.
Also,
Like,
did you notice that he's doing air quotes with his fucking feet?
Yes, I saw it. I didn't want to fucking mention it. Like, are you sure this isn't satire? Like, I know that was a worry I talked about.
I don't know, but the thing is, he's kind of consistent with it, you know? It's like.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Like,
Well,
we've
the thing
drifted
is,
so
I've noticed
far
that a
away
lot of
from-
satire is like deliberately inconsistent because it takes the ideas of something and exaggerates. That's more often than it is. You know, it takes something to an extreme and comical degree.
Yeah, but that's the
This
thing.
guy's
Is he
playing
just-
it so flat that I think this is just what he believes.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like, maybe he's just really bad at satire. Like, maybe he actually doesn't believe a lot of this stuff, but he just, basically trying to do a satirization of the kind of person who would think like this, but doing it really badly, and then people took it seriously because he was so bad at it, and that's why he deleted it. I don't know.
Well,
maybe
well,
that's
I think
maybe
YouTube
that's just
deleted it,
Duke's
honestly.
entire channel, though.
Maybe that's just a 40 chest rationalization of someone this stupid, but
Well, the thing is,
Okay,
though,
well,
if
maybe-
he wanted to do satire, why not put on like this Southern hick accent? Because that's what the stereotype of a racist is.
I mean,
I don't
he
have
might
a
be.
Southern hick accent.
I mean, he might be doing the stereotype of like the furry. What is it called? Like the furry persona, like that sort of thing. But I don't know. God, it's. I think
Well,
okay,
most,
maybe
most
he.
furries aren't Nazis, though. That's like five people.
Okay, like maybe
How many?
maybe maybe the reason he was trying to move so far away from race and go to he's like. Again, it's the united cultural front, like united people, like give someone an enemy, but then that
United
means you have to
Stormfront.
like taking that over to race. It's like, okay, I guess we have to instill in our people like whitey or blackie or whatever race is like we're the best, and then everyone else is the enemy. So it's still like be awful to everyone who's not you, and then the benefit is you and your own are fine, which is not. It's not good. Like that's not a benefit in the mind of any sane, rational people. Ugh.
The politically correct may preach that globalization is the only way things should be, but a divided world gives states and people true independence, and thus responsibility for our own mistakes and development. I know I personally feel that certain races contribute significantly less than others to our culture.
Wait, okay. Well, that's technically true that yes, the world is composed of so many different people and cultures and nations, and so therefore dividing them like, yeah, because it's not a one world government, but how that, I don't understand. Like, why does that then translate to we need to encourage racism? I don't understand.
Okay. To try and steelman his argument, he was talking about like national unity earlier, and he thinks that
No. Go ahead.
he thinks that a unified sort of
You're cutting
racial.
out at me again. I told you, you gotta lean forward, man.
Okay. Is
Okay,
it better? Did it get better? It stopped buffering. The video stopped buffering, so I think it got better. Why are his feet sweaty? I don't want to look at that. Anyway, he did earlier talk about
Wait,
like
why are his feet sweaty?
like some sort of national racial unity cohesion. So I think what he thinks is that racial cohesion is the only cohesion, and so you need that to be to have like a unified identity. And he thinks that cohesion, collectivism, basically, he sounds like a collectivist.
Okay.
I know I personally feel that certain races contribute significantly less than others to our culture, such as Mexicans and Indians, and the best way to avoid this is simply to divide people by race. Suddenly, there would be no more races writing on the achievements of others, or even the mere perception that some group was leeching off of our own hard work.
Oh! Wait! I'm sorry. Mexicans and Indians contribute less to the culture. That's not fucking true. That's not why are his feet glowing like Broly? What the fuck?
Also now,
Achilles
now he
Argyle, the legendary Super Saiyan.
So first of all,
Like,
Indians
now
are
he's
like the second or third most successful group in America. Like that's
Which
just
what
the
kind
first?
of Indians?
I don't know. I think it's East Asians, but I'm not sure.
Okay, you're not talking about Native American Indians because they're not exactly successful anymore.
Well, that's true. That's true. Also,
They never were.
Mexicans.
They should have diversified, and maybe they would have been able to kick out the
define.
palefaces.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. There's the disproof.
Well,
I've
actually,
just
no,
disproved this entire video.
It's funny that you
Every
say that.
Native American tribe was an ethno-state.
That is true. That is true, and they still are technically. Reservations are ethno-states, but
What?
Yeah.
So like, okay, so are you saying if they're marry so like anyone on the reservation, if they marry someone who's not an Indian, then that means they can't live with them? Like they just kick them out? How?
Oh, I don't know if they're like legally enforced ethno-states, and it's like, oh, you can't marry that white woman. I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know if they're legally
it is land-
ethno-states, but
It is land set aside for a specific ethnic group of people. That sounds like an ethno-state.
Okay. And also, he's just stated a firm position, because, like, for the most of this video, we've kind of been wandering in the dark about what he actually wants, because it's just been vague, racism good because social cohesion, but now he's straight up launched into, like, segregation, like, we need to divide people by race. Like,
yeah, exactly.
How are you even going to implement that? Like, how...
Same way
This
it
is
was
the
implemented
colored
back in
drinking
the
fountain.
olden days. Can you shut the
Like,
fuck up?
You don't think, especially in a modern-day America, that trying to do something like that is going to cause way more harm than good?
I'm gonna go out into the grocery store that I work at, where there's a drinking fountain, and I'm gonna put a second one next to it that says this one's the furry fountain, and this one's the normal people fountain.
Normal.
Like,
Christ.
like putting aside the obvious moral objections, like how are you going to teach? Oh yeah, you see that black guy over there? He's your friend, or oh, you see that Mexican over there, or that white kid? Yeah, you can't be friends with them anymore. Or what? Oh my God, what's he going to think about like interracial couples? Like
Oh
we
my
need to
God.
divide. What
Oh, he would.
is he going to
like,
say?
He would think what every other
Yeah,
racist
go ahead.
thinks, and I've talked to some of these people. I know how these motherfuckers think. He thinks that it's disgusting and degenerate. Like he thinks that
Achilles Argyle
interracial.
really
He thinks that
liked,
interracial marriage is the same as bestiality, which is kind of
No, he
hilarious
has a video
considering-
defending bestiality.
Like
I mean,
this
it's
is the
just-
same.
I'm sorry. The man who looks like a beast probably thinks that interracial marriage is bestiality. Like that.
Trisket, he literally has a video defending bestiality.
What?
This same
No.
person, you're sure? You're sure?
Yes,
Okay,
it's one of the
'cause I
videos he
think-
deleted.
Okay. Because I don't know if you're thinking about... Because I know that video, but I'm pretty sure it was another, like, furry persona, or maybe it was...
YMS Adam has a weird tangent that he goes on some stream that he was in where he defends bestiality. But this guy also has like an actual video of this same format where he's defending bestiality.
Say again, YMS defended what? What?
YMS defended having sex with horses.
Why?
Like not as a joke?
Not as a joke, he was being 100% serious.
What?
How? How did he...
Because sex is a biological function that all creatures feel. So why
There's
not
a
mix 'em
moral
up?
component, though. I know
shut up,
morality's
though.
subjective, but there is a moral component. Why am I getting Chinese ads?
Oh no, it's the ethno state.
The ethno state's coming after me. I gotta go.
I think your house might be wiretapped. They heard your slander against the glorious Communist Party.
See,
So
they
they
can't
want to
come
sell
get
me a
me.
jacket for 1882. We hear you don't like communism, so here's some capitalism.
Our achievements can be credited only to ourselves. Racism puts people in check. When you're constantly critical of another race's actions, you're gonna call them out on it at any chance you can get. This is far preferable to the alternative of being blindly accepting of all of a race's mistakes, something we do so much in today's political climate.
Look at all those different colored thumbs.
What even is his argument? Like, be accepting of racial mistakes? I don't even understand what he's saying now.
I think that wasn't an argument, and that was just his desire slipping through.
No, but that's the thing. I don't understand what he's getting at. Like, what does he want now? I literally didn't even understand what he was saying.
To me, it came across as "stay in your lane, darky." It
Okay,
came
just-
across as
just
like a pseudo-intellectual way of saying that.
Argyle really enjoyed drawing of the three until Eddie and Odetta had sex.
What?
I don't know what that means. Like,
What?
what are
Because
you
they're an
saying?
interracial couple.
Okay.
No, I didn't even hear what you said. Who is...
Achilles, Argyle, this person,
Mhm.
Yeah.
really enjoyed the drawing of the three until Eddie and Odetta had sex.
Okay.
I'm still lost.
And then he was all like, I
Well, no,
can't do this. This sucks.
Well, no, he would hate it even before that, because a lot of the chapters before that focus on, like, Odetta's backstory and her history of basically being abused, and
Right,
her
no,
whole
that's why
thing.
he loves it. It's because she was being abused because she's black.
Yeah, but frames it. Yeah, but the... Oh, okay. God. Okay. Well, either
I
way,
mean, this
more
guy
stupidity.
thinks stinky feet is a cool thing, so...
This can be seen with the whole COVID-19 epidemic. The virus was caused by
Is that
China.
soup?
There's no way around that. It started in China because some Chinese idiot ate a bat, and it spread because the Chinese government was unwilling to be honest about the severity of the virus.
Okay, wait, what
Okay.
what is the topic
Okay.
now?
Okay, so now he's gone on to... It's weird because he's making a technically correct point by saying the virus getting released was China's fault, like they screwed up. But again, he's being racist by doing it. He just has like the stereotypical Chinaman photo and then says, because of some idiot Chinaman, the virus was released. It's like, okay, yes, China was incompetent, but now, like,
Well,
it's not because of some deficiency in
Here's the
them as a
thing.
like everything goes back to racism.
His argument gets even worse here, because I'm a couple seconds ahead. Unfortunately the video is buffering on my end, so I've had to do like this weird juggling where I've got like my earbuds on my phone, and so I'm just a couple seconds ahead so I can actually keep up, because I can't record a video that only buffers. So I'll just record that video separately and like overlay it here. But basically,
You've got to fix this stuff if we ever do this again.
Oh, absolutely. I plan to, because I didn't plan for my computer to explode. I'm sorry. There's a reason why I replaced this computer. I just don't know why I didn't get rid of it. Apparently, this was the reason. Anyway, he goes on to say that what China did is actually a good thing by shutting down any and all criticism of it being the Wuhan flu.
Okay, why is that a good thing?
National cohesion, I guess.
Okay, so this entire video is just going to be racism is good because social cohesion is founded on terrible things like lies and hating
Racism
other
is good because the chicks gave me COVID.
Literally. Oh, this fucking incompetent Chinaman. That fucking
Yeah, and then in the next sentence he compliments the Chinese government. It's like, bro, pick a side.
I'd like to make another clarification. So apparently what he actually said was...
This is far preferable to the alternative of being blindly accepting of all of a race's mistakes, something we do so much in today's political climate. This can be seen with the whole COVID-19 epidemic. The virus was caused by China. There's no way around that. It started in China because some Chinese idiot ate a bat, and it spread because the Chinese government was unwilling to be honest about the severity of the virus. In spite of this, people are defending China and shunning away anyone calling the virus the Chinese virus or the Wuhan virus. The virus came from China, and it's somehow wrong to call the Chinese out for it? Blind acceptance and aid of other countries is actively screwing us over.
It's still a fucked up and shitty argument. It's just, I wanted to be honest and clear about it because I misunderstood the argument, and I think that it's kind of our moral duty to try and understand arguments as clearly and fairly and honestly as possible. Although, in clarifying, I think I may have found that his argument was even worse than I thought it was, because it's actually coherent, implying that he's not insane, he's just malicious. Which I think is worse.
Okay, no, it's not wrong to call them out for being incompetent. It's wrong to do that because you're motivated by racism and because you hate them because they're Chinese. Like, it's not... He would have had a point because now I kind of understand more of what he's getting at. Like, oh, blind acceptance is bad because it means we don't call a country out because... Like, yeah, he would have had more of a point if he talked about how, oh, you can't criticize the Chinese, you're just being racist. Like, if that's what he's getting at. But he actually is. Like, he is the straw man that left-leaning morons when we talked about, like, when people talk about COVID and how it got out in the first place. Like, he is that straw man that they have constructed in their heads to attack people. So his point is just completely collapsed in on itself.
If I may interject with a hilarious comment on the only video he currently has up on his channel, Achilles Argyle and Achilles of Legend have a lot in common. They both involve a broken Trojan. Is the Trojan horse and Trojan condom?
Yes, thank you. We got the joke.
I think it's
Well,
funny.
I mean, also because the only remaining video on his channel is about My Little Pony.
No, it's about VTubers.
I thought it was about My Little Pony.
Well, I watch
am I
VTubers and you
fucking
should
crazy? I am fucking
You're an
crazy.
idiot.
God
Are you
damn.
fucked? Yeah.
You're not
you are.
fucked.
No, he is.
Oh, he
He's
is.
fucked.
Yep.
That's his new name now.
Checks out. Fuck.
Stop leaning back.
Fuck. Stop.
I'm not. What the fuck?
No, not what the fuck. What the Burts. You're fuck.
Oh.
I mean, Africa is leeching resources from the first world, all because some liberal politician sees that their skin color is dark and takes pity on them. So they funnel food and water to them.
Sound for the feet.
Oh.
So now the argument has gone to feel pity like other races because they're another race, and that's funneling resources away from us.
So wait.
Like it can't just be because they're poor and starving and people want to donate. No, it has to be, oh, look at the poor little black child. I'm gonna move my resources away.
Also,
what everything has to come back to race.
And here's the thing. Honestly, I'm fine with giving these people food because we're kind of forcing them to mine lithium in horrible conditions. I think that's like an uneven exchange in favor of us. Like, America does not need food.
I mean, that's a separate question. That's a separate question of what companies do overseas, like shitty they do, versus how far the government wants to reach out outside of the United States. But yeah, either way.
I guess. I mean, they're both similar in the fact that they have like immense levels of authority, but I at this point in history, yeah, I suppose they were different questions.
But yeah,
Instead of the hardworking men, women, and children in their own country, shouldn't Africa be left to their own devices to figure it out for themselves? Similarly, Syria is pouring rapists and murderers into Europe, and people are just making the gates into Europe even wider to accommodate them.
okay, here's the thing. He's not entirely wrong, because, does anyone want to pull up the stats? I actually have looked at this.
Yeah,
I've done some digging. Like, yeah, Europe had a bit of a... Let's just call it a bit of a rape crisis with things from...
Yeah, with
yeah,
all
let's
those
just call it
Iranian,
that.
Syrian refugees.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not entirely wrong. But again, like, first of all, his framing of the situation is completely wrong, because he's framing it as though Syria just kicked a bunch of people out, like, hey, go spread rape, like, go be the terrible Syrians. Go be the terrible Syrian we know you can be.
I don't think that's what God meant when he said, "Be fruitful and multiply."
when it's literally a humanitarian crisis. Like, he's blaming the Syrian government for, like, implying that, they just wanted them to go out there and do all these terrible things, when that's not what the political situation was at all. Like, it was a war. And second of all, again, it's a circular argument. Like, these people are bad, so therefore... Yeah, it's like racism justifying itself. It's like, so because these people are bad, that means everyone are bad. Can't speak.
Everyone are bad.
Everyone in this country of this, like, ethnic group is bad, so that means it's okay to, like, hate all of them. Like, that's the level we're at now.
Yeah, and it's just like, it really does kind of read of ignorance, because not only are you absolutely correct that Syria wasn't like, go, spread the rape. First of all, most of the people fleeing from Syria were genuine refugees. It's just the issue is that possibly most of the people claiming to be Syrian refugees were not Syrian. They were people from all over the Middle East aiming to take advantage of a moment of charity. And their governments did not tell them to do that either. It was bad individuals doing bad things. Because guess what? That happens.
A lot of bad individuals, but still, yes, individuals. Like,
yeah, because
you cannot...
Most of the people from these countries want to stay the fuck home and be left alone. They don't care what's going on in England. They aren't like, I'm glad my cousin Fareed raped 14 young girls in London. No, that's not what the fuck they're thinking. They're just like, I wonder how he's doing. Anyway, I'm going to continue shopping for groceries. Because that's what a normal person does.
Like, even...
in this war-torn hellscape in which I live.
Well, I don't think Iran's war-torn right now, but... maybe I'm wrong.
Like, even when he has a kind of valid position to go, like, hey, I'm going to criticize this group of people, it still comes back to, so that means everyone is bad. And it wouldn't even be a racial thing. Like, imagine if you just switched, what's a good case? Imagine if you just switched everyday Americans with everyday people in, like, Saudi Arabia. I feel like race wouldn't matter in terms of how those switched people treat women, for example. Like, it has nothing to do with race. It has way more to do with culture and religion.
Well, hell, actually, yeah, no, you're exactly right. There are so many regions in America. America's a big fucking country. There's so many regions that we have subcultures, and you can see how people behave and are treated in different parts of America because of the cultural upbringing of that region. Like, you don't need to switch the people in the countries. You could just look at the United States.
Okay, yeah.
What a surprise, the rapists and murderers they willingly let into their country raped and murdered people. Oh, but they can't do anything else because they don't have the same rights as us. Oh, they're like this because of nurture, they say as they continue to let these primates fuck our countries.
Yeah, that doesn't address the argument. It's not... like, It's the exact thing we just said, where it has more to do with culture than race, and he brings it up. It's like, oh, it has more to do with nurture than nature, and then he just ignores it and says, no, the monkeys are bad.
Monkey bad.
Brings it up and then sideswipes it.
Oh my god! And now,
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Sweet fucking Jesus, man! Like on an individual level, there is like the argument of nature versus nurture. There is a
I like how
argument
his
for that to be
feet are
had.
getting progressively smellier and smellier as his argument gets worse.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck it.
Well, yeah, but then you get into... Yeah, but then you get into, like, eugenics and race essentialism, which we know is a load of bullshit. So no, he doesn't... It's, like, not even there. He's, like, taking the most hyper-specific version of nature versus nurture, and then, like, one that, yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
Applying it to an entire group of people by race.
Maybe if they were told to stay in their own shitholes, they'd find that they have the same rights as in their own country, and they'd figure out that the only way to find a better life is to start by bettering their own land and not by running away from it. In my opinion, the worst offender of all is India. They're pumping CO2 into the world like it's a competition. They're third in the world in terms of CO2 emissions.
Yeah, because finally like they're the worst thing ever now. Like that's what we've devolved into this whole video.
Hey Achilles, do you wanna know who the second largest polluter of the world is? The United States.
They're third in the world in terms of CO2 emissions. You know why? It's because they have a culture practically based entirely around being unhygienic.
Okay, so let me just see if I can like summarize this video for anyone who may not understand what's happened. So he started this out by saying racism is actually a beneficial thing for societies who want to do like social grouping, and it keeps out the other, right? And then from there, we've springboarded from I'm going to explain why racism can be good societally to now let me tell you why I hate everyone.
Yeah.
Like, literally the first 2 minutes of this video are nothing but, like, a soapbox for which to justify why he hates,
Yeah, this video reeks of I'm an awful person.
There we go.
They eat shit and drink piss for breakfast, and they toss their mountains of trash and shit into the ocean.
So is China.
Take a wild guess as to what happens to the world when a country with this kind of disgusting culture industrializes. But all of these people get a pass with the wave of a hand because they're minorities and they're being marginalized. And don't even get me started on black crime statistics. Admittedly, white people do have their own shortcomings too.
Admittedly, white people do have their own shortcomings.
Yeah, I was gonna say as a tangent, like, again, maybe you could make a case for, I mean, he brought up India, how literally you have people shitting in the street, and it'd be like, yeah, okay, that's pretty shitty to, if not encourage or tacitly encourage, to be apathetic to people doing that. Like, yeah, that's pretty bad. It's still not an argument for these people are inferior.
But admittedly, white people do have their own shortcomings, too.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the whole, like, black crime statistic thing, I'm pretty sure that has more to do with, the percentages of, who's in poverty and whatnot than it does, their race.
This is the kind of person to say, like, if somebody's all like, white people owned slaves. Yeah? Who ended slavery? You're welcome.
Well, the thing is, like, that's fucking true. Like, that's a good argument in regards to white people are bad. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, white people did enslave people, but...
I pissed and shitted everywhere at this party, and everyone hated it, but I cleaned it up later. Ha, checkmate. I never...
Well,
It's like in that...
that's fair.
It's like in the Anita Sarkeesian video where she tries to frame, oh, you've killed a person, but then you can just hide the body. You've killed a person who's not your target, but then you can just hide the body and there's no penalty.
Anita Sarkeesian said that?
Wait, yes, you haven't seen her. Anyway, but that's not true. Like, her entire point makes no sense because, yes, there is a penalty. Like, your score gets a negative, like, you lose points for killing someone who's not your target, so just because you hide the body, that doesn't mean there was never a penalty there. It doesn't mean you didn't do anything wrong. It's like that level of, yeah, but I cleaned up my mess, so therefore there was no mess. Take that. Yeah, it's bad.
Admittedly, white people do have their own shortcomings too, though they are less drastic than other races. They've only ruined pizza and Italian carbonara, which weren't too good to begin with, so not much loss there.
Okay, yeah. Now I still don't know if it's satire because that's clearly a stupid bit. So now I don't know.
Well, that's because
I don't
honestly,
understand
that could be dismissed as, oh well, white people have our failings, but he makes a joke to basically say, yeah, there's not much to really point out we're superior. Like, I think that he was saying that as like a joke to be like, yeah, white people are superior because the worst thing we did was ruin pizza.
Yeah, okay. But again, it all goes back to, like, how many minutes? We're not even 10 minutes in, and he's just immediately launched to the conclusion that, oh yeah, white people are better than everyone, we're just superior, and all it's been has just been, hey, this country has done this thing, and this country has done this thing, so therefore all the people there are bad. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you've stuck with me thus far, then I need you to bear with me again, as I realize what I'm about to say may sound bad. Nevertheless, I have to say this. Slavery is good. Every great civilization is built on the shoulders of disposable workforce.
What? How do you say that with a straight face? What is this man?
Slavery is good. Look at the Roman Colosseum.
Those weren't slaves, those were artisans, you fucking hack! Or architects, whatever.
What do you think his arguments are going to be for this? Why slavery is actually good? Is it going to be social cohesion again?
Fucking Christ! What the shit was that? Dang!
And it's even better if this workforce is perceived as having less rights than a regular citizen. And this loops back to my main point, why we need to bring back racism. Racism desensitizes us to slavery.
I swear I thought he was going to say we need to bring back slavery.
Okay, so now it's become racism desensitizes us to slavery, and also slavery is good because slavery is good.
Because of a disposable workforce.
Oh my
We
god.
have machines. We don't, like, the necessity, whatever necessity there ever was for slavery disappeared with industry. Like,
Well,
wasn't
not
have
necessarily.
machines
You
now
could
that
use
can do
slaves
the
to
work
operate
with
the
20 men.
machines. But I mean, like, it's just like that's not gonna fucking fly. That's
You're
not gonna
cutting
fly
out
anymore.
again, Chris, you're cutting out again. I told you. You gotta be better about that.
I'm leaning in. The issue is my computer's having a fit.
My bad.
Give it a pacifier.
So, oh my god,
There's no. I legitimately don't understand. Because here's the thing: I've met some pretty racist people, I want to say, and I've seen like documentaries and interviews going over these people. Like, they're usually, how do I say it? He's like trying to couch it as some sort of, oh, it's beneficial to all of humanity, but then it just has devolved into, oh no, actually white people are superior. Like, yeah, the start of the video is making it sound like racism is good for every race to be racist against each other, but then it just became, actually white people are superior, here's why we need to bring back slavery. Like, you said it was consistent earlier. I don't think that's consistent. Like, normal racist people are pretty consistent in terms of, hatred and wanting division and, keep ourselves among our own. Like, this is just batshit insanity, which is making me question, like, is it satire or is it not?
I honestly don't know. Like, I still think that it's real, because, like, that whole, like, couching it thing, how do I phrase this? I was probably trying to, like, soften the blow and, like, lure people in or whatever, but then it's just, like, he got, like,
I don't know.
unhinged. I don't... Something tells me that this might not have been scripted. I don't know. Maybe it is scripted. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is a troll or not. But case whether or not it is a troll, there's nothing wrong with a good exercise in rhetoric.
During the golden age of America, slavery was running rampant, and no one batted an eye.
What? Barely a second in, and I had to posit the golden age of America was because of slavery.
Golden age.
No. The golden age was like the 40s through 80s, like depending on how you define it.
I mean, I was gonna
It
say
certainly wasn't.
definitely
The
not.
golden age for movies.
Today is the golden age, but like when people think of American culture, or at least in my case, like I think of the past, like from the 1880s to the 1980s. The Wild West, the World Wars, and then like the human rights revolutions, like Stonewall and the Civil Rights Movement. Like that's what
I was gonna say
when I think of America, progress.
Like I was gonna say anything before after 1960, which was whatever you think about the civil rights movement, it was a major time of upheaval. So yeah, if you're thinking about archetypal golden age of America, it would be sometime before or after that time period, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and our industry was fucking booming in the 40s and 50s, and human rights have only gotten at least better since like the 60s, 70s, 80s, all that. So
because we're making bank off a world war.
yeah.
It's the fucking Armstrong strat. We're gonna reinvigorate the economy.
I'm here to end war as a business.
Like, I'm not even making fun of Armstrong, I'm just making fun, like, how do I say it? The parody disguise that he used, like, the slimy corporate businessman, is what, that's the reason why we were doing so well. But, at least economically. That's true. But, yeah, either way. Yeah.
There it is!
And this was because blacks were considered less than human thanks to 3/5 compromise. That compromise let the American people take advantage of them without any adverse psychological effects, giving industry a massive boost and allowing America to develop into the superpower it is today.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, first of all, yes, the 3/5 compromise is definitely what caused America to boom into the thriving utopia it is today. Second of all,
Okay. So, America was actually not a superpower until the World Wars. Like, we had a massive boon because
I heard superpower in wars. You cut out again.
Yeah, he was talking about Hitler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, super Hitler.
But yeah, it doesn't even make sense from the context of history. Like the idea that the 3/5 compromise was just putting off the problem, putting off the issue of slavery. So how does that suddenly become like a new, how do I say, like a new phenomenon within America that
Uh-oh.
Nothing about this makes any sense.
Yo, any 3/5ers in chat?
You know why Trump says make America great again? It's because America used to be great. Used to be great because people used to be racist and own it. People wore racism like a badge of honor.
Make America great again by using racism as a badge of honor. What is happening?
Okay, wait.
On
can
that
you guys
note,
hear
I would
me?
also like to point out that as of a couple hours ago, Donald Trump's Twitter account is reactivated.
What?
What the? How? Like, I saw the poll, but I didn't think Musk was
No,
actually going to do anything.
He
I thought they
actually,
really,
actually did it.
Damn.
but they really dislike each other.
I
Ow.
guess that
I guess Musk really
Elon's
believes in free
being
speech.
true to his word. Like, yeah, I'll
except
fire
for the
you from
speaker.
your job, but I'll make sure that people can still keep their accounts.
Yeah, except for the part where he's like, negative tweets will be down boosted in the algorithm. It's
Did
like,
he say
Jesus.
that?
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he actually, like, negative tweets are just going to be, we're just going to lower that in the algorithm. We're not going to encourage negativity.
Great,
Like,
I'm gonna
what was the-
disappear.
What was the fucking phrase he used? It's like, you have free speech, but not free reach. It's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking, oh god.
So you lied.
Yeah. Like, that was the moment where I went, okay, this is a misguided trolling attempt, like with the verification badge, even though that was also stupid. That was the moment where I went, okay, no, you're just an incompetent idiot. Like, you have no idea how to run this. You have no idea how to run this site. How did we get off on a tangent? First, it was racism,
Trump, and then
for
Trump's
man.
Twitter account, and then Elon did it, and then Elon promote free speech, and then Elon not actually promote free speech. I did it.
Man.
I'm really good at this.
Yeah. We couldn't do this without you, East. I mean that sincerely.
Thank you.
But oh my god. It'll be good for memes. I'm happy he's back overall. It's not like Twitter already sucks. It can't get any worse by him coming back. No, not by him coming back. It can definitely get worse, but not by Trump coming back. That'll just make it funny.
Sure.
Okay.
Today we stigmatize racism, and thus America is no longer great again. We need slavery. We need a group of people who are expendable for manual labor. China has been doing this with their own people, and they've become a global superpower from absolutely nothing. Imagine how powerful we could be if we took advantage of minorities and the racially inferior.
Imagine how strong we could be if we just got rid of the racially inferior. Like, never mind if they're actually
He
like,
literally
never mind
said the quiet part loud.
Oh, fuck.
He literally
never
just said the quiet part loud.
Like, never mind if this Asian or black person is stronger or smarter than this white guy. No, they're racially inferior. Fucking get rid of them.
Urge them.
What the fuck is this video?
Bad. Bad is what it is.
We need a group of people we can oppress and use, and that shouldn't be people of the same blood. Without a group to take advantage of, the populace becomes discontent due to the unnatural workload, and development stagnates. Okay, I realize I've been going on about the bigger picture for a bit too long, so what about the other side of things? How would being racist affect you?
Oh, fuck you for playing this music. Don't you associate Persona 4 with your goddamn terrible opinions?
Also, now we've finally gotten to what I can't remember. I think it was Trisket asking about, okay, how does this affect you on an individual level? So maybe we'll actually get something slightly less retarded.
The viewer positively. Well, to start with, we need to look at the basics of Jungian theory.
Did he just say Jungian?
No, I can't
Oh,
pronounce
he
it.
should have
either.
said Jungian. Yeah, he should have said Jungian, but he said Jungian.
And he's so
Fun-
racist he even
funny
hates
and
white
Junkin.
people. Goddamn.
Wow.
Now, I don't expect many of you to understand this, as you kinda have to be in the know about this stuff. So I'll make this as simple as I can. Jungian theory expands off of Sigmund Freud's structure of the human psyche.
No, it doesn't. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, 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 no! It does not focus on on Sigmund Freud's. It's Jung, you idiot. It's not Freudian. It's Jungian. That's why it's Carl Jung's theory. Retard.
With the id being our basest, most purest form of instinct. Both theories have one thing in common. The idea that our subconscious, the deep, dark, and repressed id, has a concrete effect on our conscious actions. Jung takes this one step further, saying that in order to complete ourselves, we must accept this subconscious manifestation of ours, not to reject it.
Oh my god. Is he leaning towards, he's going back to his original circular point of, we're naturally racist? Like, he's using Jungian theory to basically make an argument for why racism is okay. I can't believe this. At least I think that's where he's going. I can't imagine it going anywhere else.
The yin completes the yang, just as racism completes the soul.
Racism completes the soul.
This reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from a very inspirational world leader that I only could aspire to reach the heights of. If I may, read that quote off to you now.
Sure.
Die Wolkenhöllen fordern das der Wissenschaft anderer Wolken nicht.
Oh my god. Go away. Mackie, go the fuck away. You're making my computer worse.
Yeah, okay. I think if this is satire, I changed my mind. It's actually fucking masterful, but now I don't think it is. Like, you could not come up. No satire is that perfectly racist. Like, there's no. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm convinced. Like, there's no way a statement like that, racism completes the soul. There's no way that came from, like, someone trying to be satirical. Highly unlikely. I can't believe that. Like, this guy is actually legitimately unhinged.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, imagine making a claim like that, like, oh, it's like, he's gone beyond, like, biologically, racism is, integral to humans, but actually just white people, because everyone else is terrible. Now it's become, like, metaphysical, like, racism is a metaphysical element that is a part of the soul, and you just need to accept that. Like, how... What,
I would also like to point out that,
like, how does he deal with normal people who just aren't racist? Like, how, if you just shoved Mother Teresa, like, saint-like humans in front of him who love everyone, like, how is that gonna compute?
I would also like to point out that citing Carl Jung for an argument for racism is completely bork, because Carl Jung's primary theory was collective unconscious, which is the theory that humans share an experience that is felt by like everyone, basically. Meaning that there's no distinction in the subconscious mind between races.
Well, that's what happens when you deal with a furry. They can't fucking read. I don't know what you expected.
Right. Sorry. My bad. I'm a fucking idiot.
Don't lie to yourself neither. Being racist feels good.
Racist! Oh, yeah. Every time I say the N-word on Twitter, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm so fucking cool.
I mean, yes. Is that not true?
I mean, kind of. I mean, I say nigga because, like, I grew up, like, that word was just part of where I grew up. Like, it's not like something that I say to No, in a lot of cases, it is something I say to get a rise out of certain people. But like, yeah, like I grew up in on what you might refer to as the wrong side of the tracks. Um, but I don't feel like I've done a service to society.
You're repressing your inner hatred by refusing to be racist, by refusing to generalize a race into one offensive caricature. But really, deep in your subconscious, you know that that's what they really are. You can't live without strife nor negativity.
Yeah. The caricature you make. Do you know what the definition of a caricature is, or a stereotype? Like,
Two different things.
Well, yes, but okay, but you kind of understand the general idea of what I'm getting at. Like,
yeah, I understand.
like it makes no sense. A stereotype cannot exist as a standalone entity, as a standalone word. Like, oh, this is what a stereotype means, without the contrast of no, people of, you know, certain races or certain religions, because a stereotype could be anyone. Like, they're not really like that, or that's not all they are, or not everyone is like that. It can exist if that's what they... No, makes any sense. How does it get worse?
You'll see. I'm about 4
How could
seconds
it possibly
ahead.
get worse?
It's only a minute. There's a minute and 7 seconds left in this goddamn piece of shit. How does it get worse?
How do you get worse than
just get to about 9:04
the soul?
and you'll
That
see.
is like the bedrock.
The last minute and a half is just gonna cut
it
to
doesn't get worse
footage of
than that. I'm
Avon
just saying,
4.0.
like, it's just
No.
You need those elements of human life to balance yourself. Accept it. Racism is chaos, and our minds are just as chaotic as it if we condemn racism deep down.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
that didn't make any sense. No, the grammatical structure of that sentence was bad.
So he said.
So wait, racism is chaos, and your brain is chaos, but only if you think racism is bad.
So he said that
Two
strife
things
and
don't make a complete
negativity, strife and negativity are essential parts of the human experience. Therefore, you need
Negativity?
to be racist because otherwise the brain is chaotic. I guess.
But that doesn't... Like, if you're being racist, then that entails you're going to be hating people different from you. So how is that... Like, wouldn't being more accepting be the opposite of chaos and what you should strive... Oh my... Yeah, no...
Well, I think from his point of view, acceptance is chaos, because it's like, oh my god, look at all these factors that you have to come up with. Just label everything as bad. If it's not me, it's bad. Very much what the Chinese government thinks. Like, they think that the idea of democracy is chaos. And so this guy's basically saying the same thing, but for white and everyone else.
Okay.
The world that the left strives for is a non-existent realm of perfect euphoria, something that literally cannot exist.
Okay. That feels like a massive straw man. I feel like we all make fun of the left. I feel like we all, you know, we have a good turn on progressive retardation.
I've done my fair share of owning the libs, yes.
Yes, but to suggest that the entire, like, left-wing ideology, which is so, like, it's a massive branch of political thought, and to suggest that everyone on the left just wants a perfect realm of, like, a utopian acceptance, like, not every person on the left wants it. Like, not every liberal is so deluded as to believe, oh yeah, utopia is possible, we can just accept everyone. Like, that's not a left-right... Yeah, the concept of a utopia is not a left-right concept, and he's making it sound like, oh no, it's everyone on the left who thinks that. Like, I don't even need to talk about, like, objectivism. We don't even need to bring that up to say this is not a left-right issue. Like, anyone can think about the idea, oh, if I just do this one thing, then society will be perfect. Like, this... oh my god. You were right. I didn't think he could cram much more into, like, the final minute, but I was wrong. Like, you were totally right.
I was only 4 seconds ahead.
There is only one way it can exist, and let me tell you, it can only exist if we are not in it. I really hate that there's such a social stigma against being racist because it served us so well before and yet we've cast it aside.
Oh, he's got
It
the
might
sad
sound like I've
piano
said some
music
pretty
now.
hateful things, but I think by this point you should be seeing my point. So, yeah,
I don't see your
that's just
point.
my
You're a
2 cents on
fucking
racism.
psycho.
Here's to hoping this video gains some traction and actually changes something. Anyway, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos.
No.
I've got lots more to say. Leave a comment too if you think you have something interesting to
You
say.
had lots to say. Your
Please
channel's
you're
gone.
not funny
Fuck
and
you.
really don't need it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Achilles Argyle, signing off.
Oh.
That was a thing. A very, very, very bad thing.
Can I kill myself now?
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, you should have done that. You should have done that yesterday.
I need wow, goddamn. Well, I want to kill myself, because you're fucking exploded! But, also because this video made me feel dirty. I want to take a shower, but I feel like being naked would make me vulnerable to his stinky feet and racist opinions. Like, I just feel uncomfortable. You know?
Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think about this beforehand because it was so obvious, but the idea that he would delete the video because it was... Like, if it was satirical, I feel like you would just leave it up and be fine with it, but the fact that it's just been scrubbed and then you had to, like, get it off of, like, someone who had the link just makes me think that, yes, this was serious. He really is this demented and psycho. Because what's the alternative explanation? Because if satire's the only one, and that doesn't make much sense for then why he deleted it and some of the certain things he talks about in this video, I don't understand.
Me neither.
Easter, you
I guess
okay?
this video is just an enigma.
My brain was broken this eve.
Yeah.
Brisket, is this because I made you watch Mean Girls? That you forced me to sit through this?
I did not force you to do shit. You could have left at any moment.
I did, twice.
Yeah, you came back. You came back crawling. What does that say? What does that say about you?
It says that I'd rather do this than watch Arcane, is what that says about me.
Wow! Fuck you. Arcane's great.
It is great. I only have 3 episodes left. No, it's bad. It's got Imagine Dragons in it.
Okay, Chris Graygun.
Imagine Dragons is a... Shut up. Imagine Dragons is an L, okay?
Yeah, but it's not as much of an L as, like, you're making it out to be. Like, I get it, it's a bad band, like, I'm not even gonna disagree, but the way some people talk about it just makes it seem like the worst thing ever created, conceived by man, when it's just like, oh no, it's just a bad band.
No,
Okay.
Train
to
is
be
the
fair,
worst
to be
thing
fair,
ever.
on the Snark Tank podcast, Chris explains the reason he hates Imagine Dragons so much. It's because it's not just because they're a mediocre band. It's because they're a mediocre band that he can't escape. Everything that he loves has like an Imagine Dragons thing, like Gears of War and Arcade and all that shit. Like it's in fucking everything that he loves, and he just can't escape it.
Gears of War has an
Not-
Evanescence.
It probably wasn't Gears of War specifically. I was just like listing off some things that he.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just asking in general. Who the fuck cares about Gears of War?
Yeah, Gears
Like,
of
oh
War
yeah,
sucks.
I'm really emotionally invested in that franchise. Such a compelling story. Like, okay.
Well, you don't have to be emotionally invested in something to absolutely adore it. You could just be like, oh, that's fucking fun, you know, like monkey brain shit.
Well, yeah, but that's not. But music, wouldn't you say? I don't feel like it's too much of a stretch to say music is inherently emotional. So if you just enjoy something for, you know, good gameplay, which, yeah, Gears of War has, you know, it has that. Some good gunplay. So the idea that it's tainted by Imagine Dragons Volta, I don't know.
I don't remember the specific list that he gave, but he gave like a whole minute-long list of things that he loves that had like some sort of Imagine Dragons usage or crossover or cover or whatever, and he was just like, Why the fuck can't I escape this? It's a mediocre band. Why does everyone love them? And it keeps infecting everything that I love. That's why he hates it so much.
Okay, well that's more fair.
Like, imagine if, like, for the trailer for the Berserk Memorial Edition, there was an Imagine Dragons song.
Fuck you!
Yeah, that's what Chris had to go through 15 times.
Okay, but that just doesn't fit. Like, you can say whatever you want about the music, at least in some contexts where they're used, it's like, okay, that, like, the tone kind of matches. Like, how the fuck are you gonna say Imagine Dragons? Oh yeah, that lines up with Berserk.
Because Guts and Griffith are enemies, and everyone wants to be Guts' enemy.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Like, imagine if you had to deal with that shit. Like, I would fucking be livid too.
Imagine if dragons.
The second you said imagine, I was like, he's gonna say something stupid.
No, he was gonna say Imagine by the Beatles, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
That song sucks too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, John Lennon's a fucking hack.
I don't know if I would go right to hack, but I don't enjoy.
Well, by
Someone's
hack, I
gonna
mean,
have to-
like, the whole, like, imagine no possessions. It's like, yeah, say that without your microphone, or your shirt, or your guitar.
Okay.
Does that guitar gently weep?
Well, I bet you John Lennon would if his guitar got taken away.
But we've gone off on a tangent. Bottom line is that was a really shitty video. I hope it's satire, but lot of clues to indicate no, this person actually is that insane. So
Yeah.
Scars on my wrists are cutting their wrists.
Wait, vertically or horizontally?
Remember, sideways retention.
East, no. If this is going to be recorded, it's going to be put on YouTube. No.
Long ways for results.
yeah, that's the end. Bye, everyone. Which
Yeah,
I'm assuming would be
bye,
five,
fuckers.
the 5 fucking people who watch this on whichever channel this goes on. I don't know.
5 people? Trisket, your channel's gonna explode in a couple months.
Yeah, like my computer did.